Hey, I want to eat dosa for dinner. Tell me the recipe for how to make dosa. Perfect. 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, a teaspoon sugar, teaspoon ghee, and so on. Rinse the rice in cold water. Once the rice is cooking, coriander leaves. And I think it's more or less this is the recipe for dosa. I'm not going through everything completely, but this looks like it. Okay, I keep forgetting how to do Python virtual environment. Tell me the instructions for that. Oh yeah, Python dash m v my v. So replace my env with the name to give your virtual environments, then script activate. This is something I keep forgetting. I've done it so many times and I keep going to Google, and it's awesome that it can do this. Generate me a Streamlit application which takes in an image as input and displays the image. There you have it, import Streamlit as txt and so on, file uploader and or image uploader as well, and then display the image. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. Thank you, ChatRTX.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Lax AI channel. So I hope you're all doing well. So today we're going to discuss something really interesting. So do like this video. We're going to be talking about NVIDIA's Chat with RTX. A few months back, NVIDIA released Chat with RTX or ChatRTX. This was supposed to be a personal assistant or a demo app that people could go and install it on Windows. And then even without the internet and everything being local, you would get a feel for how large language models work, how retrieval augmented generation or RAG works, and also later on they added Whispers audio based querying, and also like image search and so on. And I've always wanted to give this a try, and finally I did. But that's when I got a lot of revelations. So, amazingly, this is not just an ordinary app, because this is much more than what NVIDIA is actually marketing it as. It's not, yeah, it is a personal assistant. It is a demo app for large language models, but the power is much more. What the impact that it can have could be much more, right? So first of all, you would have heard about how ChatGPT or other queries, when you do inferencing, you're actually like so much of energy is being spent every time, and so on. Now, if you have this whole application installed on your local machine, everything happening is local. No inferencing to ChatGPT or other large language models, and one of the big aspects is that it's like hugely this is a more of a better sustainable option. Then some of the other cool things of this could be that if you're, I mean, I'm from India, and I've gone through schools, and then in India you have a lot of it's rural areas, and then a lot of economically weak areas. So imagine this, in Chat with RTX could be installed in schools on certain computers. Like when I was studying in schools or colleges, MATLAB was a luxury. It used to be in certain computers, and people could have to go and wait on lines if you want to access that and used to that. Now you get all of that, like something very similar. You can install Chat with RTX on certain machines, and then schools, like students, could actually get a feel for how large language models work, RAG works, and so on. And then, if you heard about the Indian concept of jugad or frugality, there is also like a huge possibility for Chat with RTX here. Is that so? Like I mentioned before, there are lots of like poor areas, and not just in India. There could be other places as well, like Africa or in certain other areas as well. So it's a luxury to even own a computer, and then it's an even bigger luxury to actually like go and like do large language models. And why would anybody be interested in doing that, right? So if you have this something like Chat with RTX installed, and it's a one-time investment to get a computer with that much of compute power, then you could. When I was young, there were these internet centers. You could go in and browse internet and then do some activities there, and then you have to pay for that, and then do that. I'm pretty sure many of you would remember that, right? You could have this concept of AI centers, right? You buy these reasonably powerful computers, not supercomputers, installed software like Chat with RTX, and then a lot of mundane, we could rent this out to people, and a lot of mundane tasks could be accomplished here, which would otherwise take quite some time, and not everybody would have access to, well, like reasonably expensive computers, well, which Chat RTX could actually do. So that's where Chat RTX could really make a difference. These are just like a couple of possibilities, but I'm pretty sure there are many more than this. Like maybe if you go and ask maybe even Chat RTX, what are the other possibilities? It's going to tell you all of these kind of. So with that, let's get in, and so today I'm going to like kind of do a complete walkthrough of Chat RTX and see what all it can do. So let's go in.
So hey everyone, so let's go in and see how you can install NVIDIA's Chat with RTX. So this is one of the first versions of NVIDIA's Chat with RTX. So they call it, it's a demo app that lets you personalize a GPT LLM connected to your own content, docs, notes, or other data, leveraging RAG and RTX acceleration. So it's like they're calling it more of a demo app and then also a personalized companion. So one of the key things is that the system requirements. So system requirements is you need like the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 30 or 40 series, or a few other or Ampere or ADA generation CPU with at least 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And then the system RAM should be 16 gigabytes or greater, and Windows 11. And then the file size, which is very important, is 35 gigabytes. But apart from this, it's just like if you just click this, you can just download the whole the 35 gigabyte zip file. So this was the first version. And a later version, what they did was they made some updates. So one of the main updates is that the file size kind of reduced from 35 gigabyte to 11 gigabytes. So that's a huge decrease. And interestingly, they also added voice, image, and new model support to this. So that was also a huge kind of improvement. So I for this demo, I downloaded this one. So all you have to do is just click here, download. You'll get a zip file, and then unzip the file, and then the installer will be there. Then just follow the standard instructions, and we will be able to install NVIDIA's Start with RTX. So this is how it is. Once you installed it, you have an icon here, NVIDIA Chat RTX. And and it's a very nice UI. I should mention that. So what it has is that the AI model. So the AI model that it has in here are the Mistral 7B Int 4, and then you have Clip, which is image based, and then it also has Chat GLM 6 billion in 4. I think the previous version also supported a few other ones like Llama and so on, but this one just has these three from what I have. So that is one part, and then the other part is the data part. So the data source you can select is that you can either chat with the AI model data, basically meaning that the data which the AI model has been trained with, basically the zero shot setting, and then, or if you have your own files, you can also do the RAG part. So what I'll do is I'll first start with the just the basic version, the Mistral 7B and AI model and so on. And the great part is it also supports Whisper's speech to text. So it's Whisper is one of the best, probably the best in right now. So it also does a great job there. So let's try this. Hey, which model are you? So you see here, hey, which model are you? And then I say send. So it says, I'm Mistral, a large language model trained by Mistral AI. Till which year? So I'll just ask, to which year were you trained? So 2021. This is really important. It took me a while to actually kind of guess this. So anything after this, it won't be there. But for most of the mundane activities and other things, this should be good enough. I do hope they do upgrade a newer version, which is like almost current or at least 1 or 2 years before, and so on. So previously we saw some of the cases. Okay, say less recipe for, I'll just say dokla. Previously I tried dosa. So dokla is a popular Indian snack, and these are the usual things for it. I'm not going to go too detailed, but I'm guessing this is what it is. And then you could also ask other things like, how do I, what are the instructions for Python virtual environment? I like this a lot because I've done this so many times, but I always keep forgetting this. And I have to usually go and do this. So it has the pip install virtual environment, and then how you can create a virtual environment here. It also has, in fact, a little bit more details than I thought. And then you can also ask some like other creative things like bedtime story on a cold night, something like that. It's gonna say once upon a time in a far off land, Emma, all of those things. So basically, yeah. And then look at the because of the streaming, it also texts, like it's also like does it in a very nice way. You can also see how fast it was, right? All of it is happening like almost real time, and the best part is it's all happening locally. So this from the computer that I've installed this in is actually like generating all of these responses. So that was for the just the general AI part, and we can of course do so many other things. So let me also try the RAG part, right? Let's go to the RAG. So it'll take some time to, I think it's already preloaded the folder. So let's just wait for that to happen. So yeah, there we have it. So it says that you can see all the previous chats and everything. All of that has been cleared, right? And then it supports text, PDF, and docx. Just for simplicity, I'm just going to do the PDFs part here. So let me first select a simple document, which is just going to be an interesting paper that I came across recently. So you can you can have so this folder has the paper that I'm looking for. So this is that you can just say that select this folder, right? So what paper that I have is recently I came across this really interesting paper. It's called a vision checkup for language models. So I saw a lot of nice names, but one name that really struck me was Antonio Torralba, like Philip Iso as well. But I've been a huge fan of Torralba for since my even undergrad days. Some really creative papers and really papers that stand for like many years have been like attributed to at least like Torralba would be a part of that. And so one being like the ones that I remember are, one is just screen descriptor, holistic description of a scene. And then the other one being like 80 million tiny images, which is again one of the it's still way ahead of the times, and even now papers like that will still have it. Basically what we call embeddings today and all of that were done that long time back. Unfortunately the data has been taken down from MIT's website, but the work that they did was just simply amazing. And saw so many papers, but this one was recent papers. But this is a CVPR 2024 paper, I think, because so it's like a vision checkup for language models. What does learning to model relationship between large language models about the visual world? So they say that systematically evaluate large language models' ability to generate and recognize an assortment of visual concepts of increasing complexity, and then demonstrate how a visual representation can be trained, the most importantly, using just models of text. That's what it's like the paper is mostly about. What do language models know about the visual world without actually seeing them? And can we train a vision system for natural images using a text-only model? So these kind of creative works are something like really I really like look forward to. So you can see some more things in the paper. So this is the one which has kind of I've put them here, right? And I review a lot of papers. So the chat with RTX is also useful for reviewing, because and chat with RTX is also useful for reviewing, because there is like this don't use the I mean like there is the don't use large language, I mean, don't use AI if the paper is like go there, and so on, the security and the privacy and things like that. But with ChatRTX, at least hopeful that the whatever stays here, which stays within my computer. So I'm just using this as a tool. That's it, right? So let's see. Summarize the abstract in points. Let's see what it says. So see here, the paper this presents a study on the ability of large language models to visualize concepts. The authors evaluate visual competence by measuring its ability to create, recognize, and modify image rendering code of hierarchy of concepts. Okay, what are the key takeaways? List them in bulleted points, right? Something like that. Let's see what it does. So you can see how it's listing it out. The paper presents a method for evaluating the visual competence of large language models by measuring their ability to create, recognize, and modify image rendering code. The results, and you can also see that it's also pointing to the source here. So if I click on this, it'll actually like load this page up and so on. So you can see here that it's actually loading this in Adobe PDF. So paper consists a data set of human drawings and so on. So yeah, it seems to kind of have more or less the gist. I could keep on asking more and more specific questions. So this is just like one single like folder, one single file, right? So now what I'm going to do is I am going to load a different data set. I'm going to do multi-rag, basically meaning that I have more files in this folder, about 4 files. So I'm going to select this folder, and let me show what those 4 files are. So one is from a paper from Meta, a very interesting paper again, saying that I'm sorry to hear that, finding new biases in languages with a holistic descriptor data set. So basically I'm going to ask something on this. And then the other one is on Meta Movie Gen. This was doing an amazing job. So I kind of made this into a PDF instead, and also ask questions on Movie Gen, right? So something like that. What is Movie Gen and so on. And then the last one is on the responsible use guide from Meta's Llama. So it has this is like a 26-page comprehensive kind of things, and so on. So I could ask some specific questions, development of the foundation model, and then things like that, right? So let's go here and ask that. How is the foundational model developed? the combination of techniques. The first, the model is pre-trained, interprets distribution gap, and the model utilizes Llama 3, and it's giving basically all the stuff here. And let's see if the attribution. See, it's actually going here to the Meta's movie gen paper, right? That's what it says as the source. So let me click here and see what it actually brings up. The Meta's movie gen paper. So the foundational, this also has the foundational model, right? So it's probably going here and getting all the results from there. And then what I'd like to ask is, what are the responsible use? What is? Let me just go back and see. This is responsible use guide, right? What are the key takeaways from the responsible use guide? Something like that. And let me also say, give it in bulleted points, list in view bulleted. I can also use the voice. Maybe I'll do that for the next one. The ability to generate new content opens up new types of risk, potential risks, and so on. See here, it's the previous one was Meta's movie gen, and this one is going to the Meta September responsible use guide, and then that's what it kind of does. It'll be interesting if it actually even points to the actual pages and so on. Maybe the future ones will actually do that, and so on. So tell me something about the holistic descriptor dataset. So you see how nicely Whisper is doing a great job here. So I'll just use this and send. It's a collection of descriptors and demographic access that we use to measure biases. See here, it's also like pointing to this one here. So that's also nice. And finally, I'll ask, what is movie gen? So it's called a movie jam, but I can just say just a movie gen. So let's see. Movie gen is text-based video generation system that usually text inputs. Movie gen web. This is amazing, right? Like imagine if I have more pictures, more documents, and I can ask specific questions. Or a lot of people also have these lots of big documents which they have to go through and then kind of do some mundane works on them every day, and this kind of thing, even without going to the internet, we do all of this in great ease. So that's it for the AI model and also the RAG. One thing I wanted to check was, okay, let's do the guardrails before going to the image part. Let's do the guardrails part, okay? So who won the 2024 presidential elections? What do you think it'll say? So let's see. I spelled it wrong, but it's fine. I'm sorry, I cannot answer your query. Does not mention the context. Does not mention the 2024 presidential. That is amazing. It's actually like not answering anything beyond what the documents that are fed that are there in the database are. That's like really important, right? So let me ask, like, who won? Let me ask it. Who won WrestleMania 30? So who won WrestleMania 30? So let's see. I'm sorry, the provided content does not mention anything about WrestleMania 30 or its results. That's precisely what I want in case like that, because I mean, in the sense that that's what you would expect from a system which is like if you have your own data, answer only questions from or answers only from that data, right? So let's do the image part now. So I go to the AI model and I select clips now. So it'll take a while for it to kind of generate the data. So before I go to clip, what I would like to show is that inside I have this folder here. So this was an old trip that I did way back, and so it was Malibu, Santa Barbara, Solvang. You can see different photos and scenery, right? This has about 100 photos, right? So let's see what it kind of does. So I've selected clip here, and the data needs to be changed now. So the data, I'm going to like load the data. So it's punched my old data again. So I click here and I click here. So this is the folder that it was there. It has 100 files. So it's going to take a while, a few seconds, I mean, some time to kind of create the vector DB and so on. I'll show what it actually like creates inside, right? So what it does is that, so this was so I already done before. It will create like a vector embedding and like inside the folder itself, which actually it uses. And same way for the documents also. The meta response will use vector guide the Toralba file. If I click on this is the vector kind of store and all the document index store it kind of creates for each of those rack documents. So this was only one file. It was a smaller file. So if I go here, this is a clip, but if I go here, this will have it for, you can see it's slightly bigger, 1.4 megabyte, close to something like that. So the more the documents, the more the vector store will be, the embeddings and so on. So let's see if this is done. Yeah, it's done actually. So so let's see, like, right. So let me just say beach photos. So let's see what it gives. Perfect. See all the matched images from the beach photos, right? And then what will happen if you click here is that it'll actually create a folder with all that from the top match from here to all the beach matched photos. Like so, out of the 100 photos, it has actually found like 29 which match the beach, right? So then I went to Solvang. So let's me give windmill, and let's see what is this windmill. Perfect. You can see and how much the speed is. Simply amazing. And if I click on this one, it has created another folder here. Only 4 matches for windmill, right? And these are all almost the right ones. You can see a windmill here, here, here. It's copied and so on. It's just simply amazing. And let me just say downtown or road or something. So you can see that this is downtown more or less, the roads. Then the green, let's see what it gives for green. Okay, it gives the beach. Maybe I should say lawn, and it's going to give me lawn. So yeah, perfect. This is what I want. So if I go back and see those images, that is just simply amazing, right? If I go back here and click on the photo and click on all these images, I could see that it's giving these 3 are the ones that are wanted for this. The beach is a pretty large set. The roads here got the clip was getting it right. So and then so with the windmills also. So it's that powerful and that's seamless also. It's like amazing how I was able to do this that quickly and all and the best part is all within my computer. And lastly, what I wanted to show is that whatever I showed so far, anybody could use it. You don't need any developer knowledge or anything like that. But what NVIDIA has also nicely done is that they also created a GitHub repository for ChatRTX, and it has actually 2,800 stars. It's like pretty good. And they say like how if anybody wants to actually go inside and play with the app, they want to install the app themselves or play with the APIs and play with them themselves with lots of examples how they can actually do that. And maybe sometime I actually have, it would be great for me to also like look into this and maybe do a video or so. So that's really amazing. Like and I also mention if somebody wants to do this, how they can do it. It's using electron container and with React with Material UI library. So all this is like open source and even the license, right? I think okay, the license, I've not seen the license, but Okay, it's a special MIT license. But still, like, yeah, it's great that all of this is open source, and also like we can do a lot of stuff with this. So that's about it. What I wanted to actually show in this deeper version of the chat with NVIDIA RTX or NVIDIA RTX, or just chat with Chat RTX kind of. Hope you all liked it.
So there you have it. So we always knew that NVIDIA was at the forefront of AI in terms of AI hardware, GPUs, and so on. But NVIDIA had always been also pumping up a lot of innovation and basic research, applied research on the AI side as well, and also creating a huge AI ecosystem in all spheres, in almost all spheres. So what we saw is just one small application, local application that they released, but they've been also doing other things like microservices, NIMs, and then giving developers the TensorRT package for RAG and other applications. And they also have this amazing website called build.nvidia.com, which I've been like really loving it so far. And someday I hope to like actually even do some videos on that. And a few more. I think they were also doing something on robotics, cybersecurity, and so many other things. And this is not just now. So a few years back, I was doing like a deepfake detection and detection of GAN generated images and so on. And even at that time, like they had methods like ProGAN, StyleGAN, StyleGAN 2, which were like even better than academic GANs like CycleGAN or Pix2Pix kind of things like that. They were at the forefront of AI even much before in some areas of AI, much before the generative AI revolution. And with the Gen AI, they've been going like super like hard on all the areas so far. That actually like a lot of lessons to learn, like not just sell the hardware and kind of see what others do, but also create this whole AI ecosystem such that like you're in the longer run. This is like the long game that you're playing, right? You're also creating this whole circular kind of ecosystem and so on. And with chat with RTX, I hope that they add more models. This is a great platform wherein like you saw how easy it is to kind of use it. The whole user experience, the customer experience was simply amazing. In the sense that it was almost flawless and very like it didn't have a lot of hiccups here and there. So it's like a pleasant experience. That's something that's really important as well, because there are also other tools which I hope to try sometime, like Olama, LM, and so on, which also install things locally. But this is like a one application, one single application, which you just like click, download, install, and it just works out of the box. And they also have something for developers, so that's also interesting, like in the GitHub, which chat with RTX, how you could like kind of bring up the backend and the front end and everything right from the start if developers are interested in further developing the whole thing. So overall, this is like truly amazing, and I think it has amazing potential, and this is where some lot of really awesome innovations could happen if they really like pump a little bit more on chat with RTX. Unfortunately, they've been doing other things like the NIMs and the NEMOs and the other tensor RTs and so on. But they hope they also give a little bit more focus to this as well. So hope you like this video. So until next time, see you.